Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Wise. Let's get into it.
This weekend's reopening celebration of the Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris was attended by world leaders like French President Macron and Ukrainian President Zelensky and the UK's Prince William. You know who was there too. And remember, he said he's not the president, and yet he keeps acting like he is. But he had a friendly exchange with the First Lady, which he ended up using to hawk his cologne on social media, along with the caption, "A fragrance your enemies can't resist."
Hey, make sure y'all hit that like button for me. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Whoopi Goldberg, she's something else, man. She is something else. I want to talk bad about her, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be civilized today. These people, man, they just can't get over themselves, man.
I think he named it Fight, 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 which is like not the type of clone I'd pick out, because usually you're trying to attract people, not
he claims in the
them.
Fight, 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 he describes there's a fight, fight, fight for men and a fight, fight, fight for women. The fight, fight, fight for women is for women that can accept challenges with grace.
But you lost me at the first fight. I don't go to any cologne entitled Fight anything.
That kind of perfume's not going to smell great or
No,
anything
it's
like
not.
that.
But the people are enraged about the picture between Dr. Biden and President-elect
Should she have
Trump.
kicked him in the nuts?
No, I actually I totally disagree. I think we take too much to pictures until you're one of those people in a picture where you say that's not what was going on. There are two more pictures I pulled of that same thing where you look, it's not quite as cordial looking. There might be more going on.
Oh, that one is interesting.
I honestly care less about the shaking hands or kind of showing up and passing, the results of an election along and democracy than I do. I would like to see President Biden a little more, because right now I feel like we're seeing Dr. Biden, we're seeing Trump take the reins, and a lot of progressives are saying that President Biden's ceding power, and I know there's not a lot he can do in a month.
He was at the Kennedy Center.
But I'd love to I'd love to see him reassure.
He's weak. He's weak. He is relieved that President Trump is in there right now. He's relieved. He's like, I don't have to keep this facade going. These people don't have to lie for me and tell everybody that I'm sharp as a tack anymore. He got it. He can handle it. And the crazy thing is that the world's leaders, they're happy that Biden's not involved in this anymore. We can get back to some semblance of normalcy and some semblance of peace and prosperity around the world. I mean, this country, under the leadership of Biden-Harris, that is administration, I mean, it has been terrible in every shape, way, form, or fashion. Every shape, way, form, or fashion. I did not realize how important what goes on here is to the rest of the world. Because when things aren't great here, when we catch a cold, the world catches pneumonia. And I didn't realize it was like that. But these people, they've shown it to be true. And this administration is going to go down in history as one of the worst administrations in modern U.S. history.
To be in a whole bunch of places.
I agree. On a foreign trip to Africa last week, and then
It'd be nice if he held a press conference, because that's what President Obama did when Trump took over the...
They didn't tell you that he was snoring at that daggone African summit over there in Angola. Dude in that joint knocked out. Yo, he looked like one of those kids in the classroom that's trying to hide sleeping, but you can't hide. We all see you.
First time, it'd be nice just to have a little speech or something. I care less about a photo.
On the photo, it's important that not just America's allies are watching, but America's adversaries are watching that moment. And the world was watching this election, waiting with bated breath to know what was going to happen. And to know that there's a peaceful transition of power, that despite my warnings and others about my concerns about Donald Trump, which are still very real, that America's going to move forward, and that the First Lady is going to be able to be cordial to him on the world stage. Also, at the outskirts of this, he met with Macron and Zelensky and talked about the war in Ukraine. And that's something I care deeply about. And I want Donald Trump to come around to perhaps continuing to support Ukraine and standing by the U.S.'s position. So my point when I say I'm not going to be apocalyptic, it's not changing a tune. It's not making every single thing a 5-alarm fire. Yeah. If he does good, if he gets the Israeli hostages out, I promise I will wear a MAGA hat for one day on the show and say, thank you for doing it. Yeah. She'll knock it right off my head. But like, you have to be able to cheer for wins when they happen and then call out relentlessly the wrongdoing.
Well, let me say this. First of all, I really congratulate the French for having completed the reconstruction of Notre Dame, which I think is so significant for the entire world. It was a beautiful, beautiful ceremony. They did a beautiful job. What I find interesting, though, is, okay, Jill Biden is nothing but class, and Donald Trump is nothing but crass. Because what's ironic to me is, okay, so he's now using this picture to sell one more object, right? And so apparently people voted for him because they couldn't afford the price of eggs. And he said yesterday in that interview that it was about groceries. But the grift never ends with these people. He's selling golden sneakers, $10,000 watches,
He's not
digital
selling
trading
me, although I
cards.
look the part.
He's selling Bibles. This cologne is $200. Melania was on Fox News selling Christmas ornaments. Remember the lady who said she didn't like Christmas? For $100. I mean, the grift with these people. This is what you got, America. This is what you...
She's talking about the grift when Biden and his family has been laundering and stealing and scheming for decades. These people are ridiculous, man. They really are. And this lady here, the fakest Republican you've ever seen on TV.
You got.
Well, I'm not worrying about it. He can sell as much of that stinky stuff as he wants to. If you want to buy it, just please don't bring it in here. Please don't bring it here.
You hate
Yeah, my nose will fall off because I don't do well with scents. But all the rest, and Notre Dame.
Even the good ones.
Even the good ones. Notre Dame is magnificent. They've done such beautiful work in there.
Years, 5 years.
Well, I mean, that's like the bridge that got hit.
Yes,
They got it done because they need it. You can't have
Macron
it
said
messed
we'll
up.
rebuild it in 5 years, and they
he
did
did.
it.
And he did it.
I wish we could get that done over here. That type of effort. And we could, but we choose to send our money to Ukraine and other places around the world, opposed to supporting and working on our own infrastructure right here in the good old USA. These ladies right here, man, they full of it. They really are. FOS. All of them, especially that one. Sunny as well. I'm glad she didn't talk much on this one. I'm glad. But these people are ridiculous, man. They really are. Let me know what you guys think about this. Like, share, subscribe. It's much ado about nothing. I'm going to catch up with you all on the next one.